How's it going, guys? Vengeancer here, doing another gathering video today. I'm on my way up to where the sheep are. We're here near Lynch Ranch. We've been up here before gathering meat. So the reason I'm going up there today is, one, I need to start stockpiling a lot of meat, which I'm going to be gathering wolf meat to do that. I've already got 30,000 or so in the storage in Villia. I need to stockpile that because I need to make more good feed, and I also need it for the Imperial cooking, for the Balanos meals or meat sandwiches, either one. So I have to stockpile a bunch of that. I already have a bunch of the other ingredients that I can use. And I started setting up my farming a couple days ago for onions, peppers, and hot peppers. So if I do my gathering to get the meat, for meat, I will go to Western Guard Camp, which is over here, right outside of it, right in here. That's where the wolf gathering I like to do. But for alchemy, which I'm going to get back into alchemy because I need to level my alchemy. Get out of the way, horse. My alchemy needs to go to Guru so that I can start making purified light stones, instead of having to pay 20 mil to the vendor to do that. So I need to level up alchemy. There's 3 ways that I level alchemy. I craft 3 different things. One of them is pure powder reagent. It's a low level recipe, so you can craft those. Another thing that I do is I craft take a bunch of purified water, which I'm gonna have to gather some more. I don't have much river water. I'm gonna have to do that one day. But I craft that into the clear liquid reagents, which I have a bunch of those in storage. If I can find them. Here they are. I got 96,000 of those. So from there, I'll either craft metal solvents, which I have to take the trace of savageries, which I thought I was gathering those. I don't know where a bunch of those went, but I do have a bunch of metal solvents that I've previously made. Let's see where those are. Actually, I sold most of the ones that I had, so I only have 23 left. I sold them. I sell those off. I don't usually use those, so I'll either that'll be the end of the line for that. For metal solvents, I don't go past those. But the other recipe that interests me today is that I go down the road of crafting the clear liquid reagents, and then I combine them with other stuff to make Sinner's Blood. So if we go here, just as a look at that, so you get the clear liquid reagent, rough stone, iron, and trace of savagery. You can get trace of savagery by heating different weapons, or you can get a bunch of different stuff out of it. You can either heat the weapons up, or you can have your workers gather it. I thought I bought a bunch of those. They may still be in here. The feed bloods there. No, I don't know where they went. I think what ended up happening was not there. Are they in Calpheon? I have my workers gathering them somewhere. I just don't remember where the hell they are. Probably not there. Let me see. Kipling. Nope, that's Powder of Rifts. Trent, nothing. Glish, nothing. Altanova, nothing. Well, apparently I don't have them gathering that anymore. I'm sure I'll run across it if I do eventually. So what I usually end up doing is I just buy them up. They really don't cost that much. And I may have removed that node for something else. But that being said, that's where I had a bunch of those. But that may be why I quit doing the metal solvents, because I ran out of trace of savageries, or I just hadn't bought any more, or I took my workers away because I went heavy into cooking, and I've got all these weird obscure nodes like Olvia, and then I was going into the trade crates, so I ended up having a ton of my CP into connecting over here to Valencia for these trade crates. However, that doesn't matter, because what I'm actually going to be doing with the clear liquid reagents is the Thinner's Blood. So you craft the clear liquid reagent, and you take the blood, which is blood group 2, I believe. Sheep blood, pig blood, deer blood, that stuff. So that's why we're going up here to sheep to gather blood. Bloody tree knots, I don't have a node for that. I just buy them. Powder of flame, I have like massive amounts of those. And then again, just for the thing, clear liquid reagents are easy to make. Wild grass, sunrise herb, you can substitute wild grass. You can use weeds instead. Salt you buy from NPC. Sunrise herbs I have a ton of. There's a node. They gather really quickly. And the purified water, you just go get bottles from an NPC. Do water scooping in the river. You can do it in Heidel. And then you just filter it and you get purified. And so that's really easy to make. Set up your tool, make that. Blood you gather, those you can get from a node. Those you can get from a node, or you can just buy them. I was just buying the bloody tree knots. They don't cost very much. But they're sold out now, apparently. But so you'll have to get those by lumbering, which I may end up doing in the future. For now, we are going to change over to the life skill gear completely and fluid collector going. Give me 1 sec, and then we're going to go hard into gathering blood. So let's look at mastery. My fluid collector is not upgraded at all. I had a Logia one, but I recently managed to get the Manos one. I think I got it in a box or drop or something. I don't remember where I got it from. So I switched over. I need to upgrade this. You upgrade it with Blackstone weapons and concentrated magical Blackstone weapons. However, I've been using those to upgrade other gear, so I have not put those resources into upgrading the Manos fluid collector. Besides, I barely do blood collecting anyway. So if we look at fluid collecting, 1147, it's a little lower than the others just because of that. It should be somewhere around 14, because my other ones that are at Tet give 300 mastery and this one only gets 5, but that is fine. This will give us 100 mastery, so we'll be at 12 something. We'll still get a decent amount. Not bad at all. Crystallized blood, usually sell those off. Trade item. Fluid collecting is one of those things that I always liked doing it. I'd always go, and back whenever I first started playing, and I got high enough gear before I got the compulsion necklace with the thing, I was always looking at like, well, I don't want to buy ogre rings, so I'll just go see if I can get drops from them. So what I would do is I could just go sit over there and kill ogres, which I think I got one time. I hardly ever got any drops. I was not lucky with the ogre ring. But when you kill the ogre, then you can harvest ogre blood. So I did a ton of that, which they're useful. The ogre bloods are. They're not terribly useful, but you can make not Sinner's blood, but one of the other bloods. Probably, I would have to look it up. I don't remember which one, but it is used in one of these same recipes like this. We may have to swap over. There's another guy in the area. But I'm only going to be here 20-25 minutes, and I've wasted a lot of my time talking. But the video needed setup. I kind of like to explain why I'm collecting something, not just blindly walking around. So that's the plan. I'm trying to split my time between getting set up for trade crates, imperial cooking, and imperial alchemy, while also on the days that I grind, set up and get the season character leveled and get all the stacks transferred over so I can push the wizard's gear on up. Look at all these hard black crystals that we're getting. But that's the idea, is to use the gathering days to set up meat. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to swap. I don't want to deal with this. We'll go back to Medea. Bear with me here. Serenity is usually my home server over on the NA servers, but Medea I used to play on quite a bit. But the Medea chat in server chat just got terrible, so I ended up switching over back to Serenity. See if my connection with my phone will allow me to load quickly. Probably freeze here for a second. There we go. Much better. Nobody here. And there's that lag. Give me a second here. It will load, and then we will be able to start gathering again. But no, the idea is to stockpile a ton of meat to keep my pets fed with the good feed, and start with the higher level imperial delivery recipes. Come on, pull up the way. Okay. I want to start on those higher level recipes. I'm guru cooking, so I need to be doing the guru recipes. I know a lot of people use the meals and craft meals to use them. I, however, do not want to have to rely on a value pack, even though I did get a couple of them. So I think I'm going to probably cash in one of those value packs pretty soon and sell everything, consolidate all my storages, and just get rid of everything that I don't have a use for that I can get silver out of to try and get my silver consolidated down. But there is somebody here. Well, that's fine. They're just going to hit the deal. They seem to be mostly AFK anyway. But we will do that, and then I will continue on with my tax-free silver, making methods of imperial cooking, and leveling my alchemy up. I'm kind of throwing that in there. Alchemy is one of those jobs or professions that, or life skills, whichever you want to call it. I always liked alchemy. I was like, oh, I'm a wizard. Alchemy just makes sense, right? Potions and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm a big fan of being able to use the, really? Gathering durability is too low? Oh yeah, 60. I forgot. Well, good thing I got a 10. We'll come over here and just do like that. That's going to be a little bit annoying just because of that, so we'll have to upgrade that if I continue doing this. But I need my blackstone weapons for something right now. The problem with BDO, if you're trying to make progress on more than one front at the same time, it's like materials are overlapping. You know, blackstones you gotta have for upgrading, you gotta have for keeping the weapons going, you gotta have it for the pen accessory quests. You know, I got 3 different things I'm trying to stockpile blackstones for, plus the you need the blackstone powder, so if you grind stuff, you know, bit of lag there, it becomes another issue altogether, and just part of it. But I've been getting a ton of blackstones grinding on the seasonal, just trying to get the thing leveled up, and multitasking, grinding in areas to give more blackstones, and it has worked out quite well. I got several bundles, plus I got hundreds, I think. So I've pretty much recouped my blackstone stockpile, I believe, and I've got a ton more of these scrolls to run. I got about 60 of these. Yeah, 60 of these awakened scrolls. I need to get those done here on the wizard. Just need to take the time and go do it. I get those done, and I'll have quite a few, because they give the seals and I can trade for blackstone armors. And then hopefully I won't have to buy too many, but we will see. Now, back to the plan. The alchemy days are going to be, like, the way I usually play the life skill cooking alchemy processing balance is I will use my gathering I prioritize what I need to level. My cooking is already guru, so I'm trying to prioritize alchemy right now. Once that is guru, and processing is also guru, what I'll have to do is I will prioritize whatever makes me the most silver at that point, and whatever I have materials for. So right now I'm trying to gather passively whenever I can, gather meat to stockpile for that silver making through cooking, as I gather other materials up. Like, I'll let my workers gather all the other stuff that I need, plus there's a few things that I have to get. Like, I'll have to go spend energy to get milk and do milk gathering, which I think I'll probably try and do next time. But for right now, I want to prioritize getting the blood, because I have a ton of clear liquid reagents that I've already crafted, and I plan on making a ton more just to level up this alchemy. Probably halfway to guru, master 15 or so. I think I've got enough materials stockpiled to probably do that. The big thing there is letting the workers gather the sunrise herbs, and then gathering weeds yourself, and then gathering the purified water, so that you don't have to go and buy it. But the two major things are going to be this blood here, and then the bloody tree nuts, I believe. I'll have to spend some time with lumbering and gathering those. Oh, not stored repair. So we'll focus on that in the meantime, while we passively build up cooking materials. The thing with my cooking being Guru 10 and me having 1 second cooking, I run through materials so fast. I need thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of materials for cooking built up. So I only do a cooking session, like once every other month for now, as long as I have other stuff to level and do, because the materials, it takes a while for my workers to build that stuff up. Now, if I was doing pure profit and just trying to do my best to craft stuff to cook for profit, I would just buy what I needed, calculate what I could buy, and still make a profit off of, just to speed up the process. Making a little bit of silver is better than making no silver. So you just buy the materials you need, make sure that they're at a price where you can still make a profit off of it, so you don't have much overhead. But my preference is to pretty much gather everything I can. That way I'm spending time as the overhead instead of the base silver price that I would spend buying stuff up. And you could argue, well, time has a silver price in game, as well as real life monetary time. I mean, that's what you do when you go to a job, right? You trade time for monetary compensation. But I don't look at it that way in BDO, really. I mean, you could say, well, you spend this long grinding, you'll make this much silver off grinding, so your time, you can divide that out and do per hour, or you could even divide it out longer or even further down and do silver per minute, and then say, well, if you're spending this many minutes gathering, your overhead is actually this much silver. But if you compare life skill and grinding's probably always going to win unless you're just all in on one and you have massive life skill gear and you're doing it as efficiently as you can. But my response to that is, yes, technically you're right, but I look at it a little bit differently because I'm going to be playing the game either way when I sit down to play. So the time I've already dedicated to it, that's just a cost of playing. It's not really an overhead. I don't view it as. And a lot of times, if the carpal tunnel's acting up, or more recently when I hurt my hand, if it's hurting and I really don't feel like grinding, it's a lot easier to use one skill and then just click my R button and move the mouse around while gathering, because it's my left hand that works okay for now. The right hand's the one that hurts, so I don't have to do all the clicks and the combos on the wizard by gathering. So this is, and life skilling makes it to where I don't have to as well. Buggy. So if I go and if I'm playing anyway and I don't feel like grinding, I'd consider that not overhead at this point. If you understand what I mean. Because there's going to be time spent either way. I'm having fun. I like to gather. So at that point it's like, well, I can't grind because it just hurts the hand too much. So I have to find something to do to spend my time on. So instead of just sitting in the town, either processing or something else, just AFK basically. If I want to actively play, gathering makes the most sense for me because it's still getting resources in and it's still efficient with my time. Although with this low mastery tool, it's not as efficient as it should be. So the overhead really becomes, and it's like, well, I can't grind to this point where I'm limited physically. So it's like, well, I'm making the best of a situation. This is what I have to do. So it takes that overhead away. It balances it out. Now, for other people that don't have that problem, grinding doesn't cause their doesn't cause them issues. Then, yeah, there's definitely an overhead there. And if you're to the point where you're using spreadsheets and stuff and calculating profit down to the, second of how much silver you're making per second, at some point it becomes a job and not a game. And it's just not for me. If I'm not enjoying what I'm doing and I'm having to treat it as a job, then you're too far in. At least that's my opinion. But I mean, keeping track of stuff like that, I do write things down. That's not, I forget things sometimes, even though I seem to have a knack for just remembering everything that I encounter. But I do forget some stuff, so I do write things down. That's not what I mean. But if you got 14 spreadsheets for cooking, you may be a little bit far in. And those guys that are making like the recipes and websites and stuff, they have to. They're making the websites. They're actually making money off that when they're running ads and stuff on those. So I do view that as a job, and that's fine. They're making money off of it. That's great. But if you're just playing the game to play the game, and you've got 14 spreadsheets and you're not getting anything back out of it other than silver in the game, you lighten up a little bit, I guess. But hey, if it's fun for you, keep on. You know, that's what the game's all about. That's why there's 11 different life skills and grinding and gear upgrading and silver making and tons of different stuff to do. Questing, hell, just sailing around and bartering. We're all different. We all like different stuff. But I think that's what appeals to me in Black Desert. You know, is I might not necessarily like on some of these life skills. I pretty much I don't know. I really hate the hunting skill. That's why it's so low. And then sailing and bartering is low just because it's hard to level sailing up. And bartering I haven't done much, but in terms of like things I've spent time in, hunting is the most. I despise it. But there's a lot of people that really like it, and that's good. As long as they're having fun. Right. Sit back up here and finish this. How much blood do we have? We're at 1700, and then we're about 15 minutes in. It's not bad. Granted, if we had the Manos Fluid Collector up that's at like the other tools, it would probably be closer to 3,000 or 2,500 instead of just 17. But for what we got in Mastery, not bad at all. And this thing's using durability very quickly because of the low Mastery on it. 1,400. Mastery. I've noticed that like you get to 1,400 mastery, your tools don't go down in durability very quickly at all. Plus, if you got your tools at Tet, they've got like massive amounts of durability compared to. I mean, look at that, 240 versus the 60 or the 50 or 60. So it's just you notice it a lot more. But I think this is going to be it here. I'm not going to do too much more of the blood gathering right now. I just wanted this to be a fairly quick video, and it ended up being longer anyway. Me rambling on, explaining my choices in why I gather, what I gather, and when I gather it. But if you're trying to cover all the life skills like I do, you know, I really enjoy the cooking and the alchemy and the fishing. Cooking, alchemy, fishing, processing is kind of mediocre for me. Training is something I just do AFK. The gathering is just a means to. It's just an alternative to grinding for me, and it's a means to fund the other three I like to do. Same with farming. It's basically a semi-AFK thing where I just set it and forget it until the icon and all the farms are fully ready to replace, and then I go do it. But cooking, alchemy, and fishing are my favorites on here. And I've really gotten into the trading and bartering as well. But I like to spread my time between them all when I'm doing life skill stuff. And it's really appealing because I can do so many different things. And if I get tired of coming over here and gathering, I can go grinding. Or if I get tired of cooking, I can swap to alchemy, you know, or trading. And if I want to be semi-AFK and just kind of chill and watch something, then I can swap over to fishing and still make silver and still spend time in game, check out chat and that kind of stuff. So it's just a lot of stuff to do, and it's you know, these MMORPGs are always supposed to be like that. You know, you go and you spend your time in them, and you don't just constantly do the same thing. You can hang out and be more casual sometimes, or you can min-max and go crazy hard on it. You know. But even the hardcore players that just go crazy min-max hard all the time, they need a break too. So the chill life skills where they take less effort is always welcome. That being said, thanks for watching. Hit like, sub. Got to self-promote, so you know, sub, do all that stuff. Leave me a comment. Thanks for spending your time with me, and as always, until next time.